Oh, what's going on, people? Relly and Teach, ready to preach. My bad, everybody. I had some technical difficulties. I know a couple of people were asking, like, hey, is the show still on? Don't worry, we're still on. Still going to try and aim for, just, about an hour or so, regular timeline. So, again, that's on me. But we got a couple things to get into tonight. For example, we got a new energy drink company, and you're actually going to be shocked about who it's made from and what concept they go through. And more in the details we get through this, this is going to be hella hysterical. But, anyways, Teach, how are you, man?
Not bad, brother. Just feeling a little under weather. Technical difficulties happen. It's out of our control, but we do what we can. We still bring you guys the show.
Yeah, not only that, but today's just been flying by, man. Like, I had like the easiest 11-hour shift of my life, and I thought I was going
11?
to try 11. I
Damn,
was trying
son.
I was trying to make it like 10ish, like 9.5, 10ish, but no, 11. If you take my lunch, 10.5. The day flew by today. I got some energy still, and ironically, I planned this the night before, forgetting the date. I actually had strawberry slushy for National Slushy Day
Was that yesterday?
yesterday and today.
I
I
mean, I
had
wasn't
I
drinking strawberry slushy, but I've been having Blue Bomber all day.
I've been having strawberry slushy yesterday and today.
I
It's just been hitting lately, man. I don't know what is.
I didn't even know it's natural slushy, but they did
It's
restock
7-Eleven.
strawberry slushy on the website.
It makes sense. So, because it's 7-Eleven National Slushy Day.
Oh, duh. I didn't even put two and two together.
Well, I mean, sometimes you don't sleep and you forget what day it is. So, I mean, I get that part, you know?
This is true. This is true.
So, before we get into uh, some glitch samples, what if I told you that a big energy drink company decides to make a brother or sister brand and market to the point where you actually have to research this to figure out it's actually made by them?
So you brought this up, and I had never heard of it until you had said something. I think I may have crossed past it in some gas stations, but I never really thought to try it.
I saw it once and I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is, but this is what it is, people. True North. So essentially, this is the crazy part. It looks like every single, flavor here is like the flavor of a hard seltzer you find in a liquor store. Your White Claw, your Truly, XYZ. And greetings to Derek, Ty, Camden, Sand, and Brugnast, of course. So we look at here, right? Energy for the journey, immune support, plant based energy blend, non GMO, gluten free, yada, yada, yada. Plant based energy, 125 milligrams of caffeine, the works. Pure energy seltzer. So, what company do you think this is made by?
Uh, is it made by a energy brand, like a normal
That
one that we know of?
that you know of, clear
That I
as day.
know of.
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I feel like it's like a side one. They're trying to create a new line. It's not. Was I know it's not Rockstar. It's not Red Bull. I feel like it's like one of the side ones.
Well, to make a long story short, this is made by fucking Monster.
Monster.
Yes.
Good old PepsiCo, I guess, trying to get into that seltzer business.
Well, uh, Coca-Cola actually. Coca-Cola's got
Okay.
34% stake in Monster. So, but mind you, right? Monster couldn't like with the regular branding that they have, right? Monster already has that fan base that it can't change, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Monster has that, it's like, hey, I got a monster. I'm going to down this. I'm going to get on a dirt bike and I'm going to backflip this mother trucker. You're not doing that with the True North. You look on the website and you're probably thinking to myself, at first I thought it was made by Coors Light, okay? Like you find this so funny. Like regardless of the taste and all, right? Let me pull up this website. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh.
I'll say after recently trying Rain, I've considered like just buying a ton of Rain and trying them all for the podcast.
Now, the thing is, too, is like I've been looking in like the gas stations, and it sucks because I got 2 cans for Thai, and they were on the counter. Somebody just dropped the bag on the floor, thinking it was like candy or something, and one of the cans really dented where the point where I don't feel safe shipping it, and the other one sprung a hole, and I'm like, God damn. So I'm gonna have to make another trip for him tomorrow, but let's see. Oh, come on, damn it. Let's go about us.
So, like, one thing I've kind of brought up in past episodes that you had mentioned that was on the can that I always find hilarious when companies put it in there, and it's just like one of those silly marketing things that they do, is when they say, like, non-GMO or it's vegan friendly. Like, I would think so already, naturally. Like, why do you even need to put it on there, truly?
Oh, yeah, we put the bread in the drink. No, this isn't a beer, all right? But seriously, you look at the background and everything, it literally looks like a beer company.
I could see it being a seltzer company, and that's definitely like the market that they were trying to go for.
Mandarin, yuzu, watermelon mist, black cherry, white peach
pear, black cherry, grapefruit lemonade. So how much caffeine are we looking at?
125.
125. So it's a little on the lower end spectrum because most companies are about 140 to 160 on an average. Some companies like to push it to a little higher.
Well, I mean, this is a 12 ounce, mind you.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you go by 16, it would be the regular limit. I will say, though, very subtle. So, essentially, instead of your booze, you got caffeine instead.
What are we looking at, like, ingredients-wise? Anything come to mind or anything special?
Carbonated water, clearly. Natural flavor. Organic Panax ginseng extract. Organic caffeine from green coffee beans. Okay. Could somebody tell me what the hell organic green coffee is? It doesn't sound pleasant.
It just sounds like so, like, well, if we put this word and that word together, it sounds better and we'll sell more.
It sounds like propaganda. It really does. I don't want to get political or anything, but goddamn. Let's see. Organic green tea extract, citric acid, absorbic acid, vitamin
It does
C.
not have alcohol in it. It is non-alcoholic whatsoever. It is straight caffeine.
It's virgin caffeine. What are we gonna do? Replace what? Have this be the new Four Loko and send kids to the ER? Let's not.
Ooh.
Pain.
Also, to answer your question earlier, Cademan, we do not know when the next BOGO is.
If I had to assume, Labor Day, but let's not get our hopes up. Also, something that needs to be clear. Where in the hell is my cherry limeade?
Well, it may be later. May not be here yet.
My ass. Where's my cherry limeade?
I don't know. Inside rumors also had to where we were getting peach mango this summer. We'll see if it's still going to happen or if it's going to be late this fall. I still believe it will be.
I hope so, man, because I'm getting scared because I see a lot. It's July 11th. We're in the middle of summer, and I'm seeing a lot of summer items on clearance. So does that mean the hottest month of the year and the first day of August, you're going to be talking about bonfires, leaf collecting, and trying to shove pumpkin spice down my throat? Granted, I got Juju pumpkin spice, but come on, man.
It's a bit early for that. We'll see that later on in the year.
Exactly. Like, I'm scared that shit's going to happen. Like, people are already saying, like, oh, yeah, buy your grill now. We're going to run out. We're going to run out of sunscreen. It's like, what? People can't go to the beach in August? Are you freaking kidding me?
Speaking of BOGO, something else I want to point out, because we are trying Glytch tonight. We did get some Glytch samples from our Glytch plug, TheLastSaiyan. Glytch actually recently had a BOGO, which I think is awesome because I don't see them have BOGOs often. They did it for 4th of July. And I think if Glytch is ever watching the show, I think one thing I want to point out to them, because I found it kind of confusing myself, and I think it probably draws away a few customers, is, again, they had an amazing 4th of July sale. Really good on them. It was a BOGO. But for you to get the BOGO, you had to know the social media codes. So, like, if you're watching the podcast and I tell you, hey, this is a really good flavor, we're trying Azure Infusion tonight, go buy it. Let's say it was around that BOGO time and you try to buy it, you'd be like, Teach, what are you talking about? There's no BOGO. I have 2 tubs in here and I can't buy it. If you didn't put in the 4th of July code, you couldn't get the BOGO. And I'm just like, I think it's awesome they're doing BOGOs, but you need to make that automatic.
Agreed. So we have a question from the audience here. How do you rate the stainless steel shaker from G Fuel? I don't have one yet.
This is a daily driver for me. I've been using this as my only shaker ever since I've gotten it. I highly recommend it. All I use, daily driver, durable, really good quality. Keeps your beverages cold, your water. If you put a can in here, maybe. Love it. Worth the $21. You can go to other companies and spend the $30 to $40 to get their metal shakers. Honestly, it's fantastic. Get one if you haven't.
So now it comes down to the magic of what we were trying before. And TheLastSaiyan is in the audience, and if not, he's going to be watching it. He is a regular. Azure Infusion or Hype Sauce? Let's try Azure Infusion.
So this is the new Azure Infusion. This came out, 2 weeks ago-ish, I believe?
Within the month.
By Glytch.
Within the month. He's in the audience as we speak, live in the audience.
And I will say, out of all the things I've ever had from Glytch, I've always had a very good experience from them. But in all honesty, this is the one flavor that we were given to sample that I am most hyped to try, because Hype Sauce is one of my all-time favorite flavors by G Fuel. And this is supposed to be a raspberry lemonade.
If anyone saw that, that kind of looked like one of those brain hemorrhage shots that you see on people doing cocktail recipes.
And
it's got that cool effect to it.
I am trying this one in the metal shaker.
I'm going for the standard whiteout. So this is going to be our raspberry lemonade, eh?
This is Glytch's Raspberry Lemonade Azure Infusion, I believe, which was a video game promo for some video game.
Yeah, Azure something.
Which I had never heard of at all in my life until then.
Out of all the powder energy drink companies that ain't G Fuel, what's our favorites?
Glytch.
I always weigh this. As a whole, I probably want to say Glytch Y.
Yeah, Glytch with a Y. I should specify. Glytch with the Y, not an I.
Yes. Well, I think it's because we don't just regulate it all. We kind of canceled it out. But probably Glytch Y, but flavor-wise, the best things I've had, Juju.
Yeah, you're a big Juju guy. And everything you sent me for samples from Juju, I was also a big fan of. Juju is also another good company.
Yes. Well, I mean, between I got a lot of guys, man, gamer group and everything, they're just down with the Fox, you know what I mean?
I say I've been down with the Fox ever since he sent us the samples. I'm a big fan of Glytch if I wasn't for G Fuel.
I mean, the cotton candy does sit you on clouds. And speaking of, I've been in a couple of debacles as far as certain flavors go. One of them has been cotton candy by the can, and one of them has been just cotton candy in the powder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very hard because a lot of people make them in a can. The best cotton candy to date is the C4 cotton candy. C4 doesn't make a lot of good flavors because a lot of them are too sweet. But if you go by the C4 cotton candy, it's supposed to be sweet. It's basically sugar and a machine that swirls it around. So it's meant to have that candy-like sweetness. But if you take it with the Skittles flavor or the Starburst flavors, there's too much sweetness. The cotton candy, it's got the right amount of sweetness, and it's accurate. The Ninja can's too watered down in taste.
See, I'm a big fan of the Ninja cans, honestly.
I'm not saying it's bad, but I just don't think it's powerful enough, in my opinion. And I think that's okay to say. It's got nothing to do with the caffeine content or anything else. I'm going by just straight taste. But
Glytch with the
yes,
Y.
powder form, this and the 15 calorie G Fuel cotton candy, I'm fine with either, but you could get a tub of this. You can't get a tub of the G Fuel cotton candy.
You ready to try this? Boy,
Yes,
I am. 175 milligrams of protein with caffeine.
About to say, if that had a hard 80 milligrams of protein, I think you would have neck muscles come to my cheeks.
Oh yeah. That theobromine though, that's what hits. This smells really good. It smells like it has a really good citrusness to it. Good raspberry.
Ooh. Cheers. Raspberry first. It's like a bitter citrus lemonade raspberry. Very interesting.
I don't know how to feel about it because I'm getting this really weird note.
As am I.
Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one because like the lemonade's there, which I give credit for. It's not hugely citrusy, punch in your face like I normally like, but still good lemonade. It's very light raspberry. But you get that weird hint, right? You get that like weird, grinny, earthy hint.
So there's a couple of things just so I could go through the comment section. If you're looking for a campaign game, I recommend the Tales of series, or if you do have a PlayStation, I recommend Trails of Cold Steel.
There's a lot of great stuff out there.
There's a lot of them, but those are just some recommendations. The Tetris can, very inconsistent. I prefer the can over the powder because I think the powder is too sweet. I think it's just too potent in my opinion, but it can be watered down. But there have been some hit and miss Tetris cans.
Oh, see, I love the Tetris tubs. Those are very sweet. I like that. But yeah, Tetris cans are very, very inconsistent.
Yes, but I mean when I have Tetris, right? I don't have it in a 16. I kind of load it to a 20 and I keep it moving. As far as it's not bad, but I'm just saying it's different because there's so many different lemonades. Some are more smoother than others, and some have different notes. I feel like this is a unique flavor in itself. It can't be replicated.
Don't know how to honestly feel about this.
It's lemonade first, then raspberry. It's not raspberry then lemonade.
It's this hidden note that I'm getting. That's very earthy, very gritty, and I don't know how to feel about it. And I feel like that's throwing the entire flavor right out the window. Maybe it was just the sample I got. Maybe it was just the sample you and I got. Maybe that's the flavor itself. But at this current moment, I don't think it's better than hype sauce.
Fair enough. And I understand that. I think hype sauce is much more smoother on all notes, so I'll give it to you with that.
What's this hidden note we're getting? Because you said you're also tasting it too.
Well, as I said, you taste the lemon. It's the raspberry and the bitter and tartness of the lemonade. They hit at the same time. Because sometimes you get lemonade then raspberry or raspberry then lemonade. They hit at the same exact time.
Is that it?
I believe so. When it's staying in my mouth, it's a little more pleasant.
It's very weird. This is the first Glytch that I've had that actually has a little bit of an aftertaste.
Yes, a very good aftertaste, I will say.
It's not syrupy. It doesn't have any syrupy consistencies. It's just very weird. I personally like hype sauce more. I don't think this is bad.
It's just hard. It's a different animal, I will say.
The lemonade's there. It's not very citrusy. It's very mellow. The raspberries are there. It's also very mellow. And maybe it's them colliding that's giving me this very weird note that I just
Well,
can't get
well,
over.
as I said, the raspberry and the lemonade hit at the same time. They crash, and you taste the same thing. But that's where it stirs you for a loop because usually you hit one or the other. Instead, it's at the same time. That's just the way the formula had it. So as you wait for your dragon sweat,
Yeah, I haven't got my dragon sweat weirdly enough.
odd.
I think it's
But,
like backed up by USPS, but
I guess we're
honestly,
going with Sour Bomb.
what would you rate it? How are you feeling about Azure Infusion by Glytch?
3 stars out of 5.
For me, this is a 6.5. Also because there's a little bit of an aftertaste to it, and it's not the most like the first time I've gotten an aftertaste from Glytch, and it's kind of a little bit of a weird one.
It's just weird because there's sometimes where your 6s, there's like a good amount of ballpark range. That's why I asked. But
It's a
6 on
6.5. It's on the upper end. Like, it's not bad. I would still definitely drink the rest of this, but like, I don't think it's better than Hype Sauce.
No, I could agree with that, and that's a tall order. And we do have a high standard to go off of, and we do have to be unbiased here. The problem I have is it's a new, unique flavor in itself.
Oh yeah, like
It's
we're
something we
unbiased.
never tried before.
Like, if this was
So,
truly better than Hype Sauce, in my opinion, I would call it out in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna just say like Hype Sauce is the best thing out there if something else beats it.
Yes. So, after this, we're going with Sour Bomb.
Now, what is Sour Bomb?
Let's figure that out. Last
It's-
saying, give us Sour Bomb in the comments if you can.
It's soury. It's bomby. What's sour and bombing?
Because we tried Granny Grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to know what the heck the difference is.
But I have always been a big fan of Glytch. I've never had anything I truly dislike for them. I like that they're 175 milligrams caffeine. I like that it has theobromine in it, so it packs a little bit more of a punch. They have a good, clear transparency on their labels.
Sour Watermelon Punch.
Sour watermelon punch.
Now, I'm not a watermelon guy, but I'm actually excited to try this.
I mean, perfect time to try it because we had our Melon Showdown last week with Mr. Melon, our normal G Fuel sample plug. So if you guys didn't check out that video, check out last week's video we did with Mr. Melon, our G Fuel sample plug. We did the Melon Showdown where we did 6 different flavors, and we could see if we guessed them all. So if you're curious if Relly and I guessed all 6, go check out last week's episode.
Technically, if we went by taste-wise, we got it right.
Don't you gotta keep them curious. You gotta let them know if we guessed them right or not. And they're like, I'm intrigued. If they guess it right, and then they go watch it.
Yeah, got a lot to do there.
We gotta keep it mysterious.
Also, there is a secret flavor. I call this the menu because that's essentially because he's the G Fuel sample guy, and he's got Moss samples. I think he's gonna be getting Glytch samples soon. But what happens is when he pulls up his samples for sale, I call it the menu. There is a secret item on the menu not many people know about. And if you watch the episode, you know what it is. And it's something that actually isn't sold individually and never was sold individually. Find out if you don't know it. And if you do know it, type it in the comments and see if you get it right.
Now, I will say, really, you know me, I'm a bit of a caffeine guy that can handle and throw a lot of people under the bus. I've been feeling a little under weather yesterday and today, and the fact that I drank this Glytch, I'm feeling a bit more uppity. Again, I point that out, 175 milligrams of theobromine is going to make you feel it. I mean, Sour Bomb looked really good in Zebra Shaker.
Ironic.
Hey, let's go, my boy.
Hey.
This wasn't even planned.
This wasn't planned at all. I just grabbed my white one. The other white one had a protein shake in it this morning. So sure enough, what are the chances that we have a Zedra with the same exact thing in it?
I'm curious to see how your reaction is to the smell. I don't know if Relly's gonna be a fan of this one.
Concerned.
I don't know if you're gonna be a fan of this one, brother.
We'll see. All right. Cheers.
I like that a lot.
Well, goddamn.
That's good.
Wow.
I would almost rate this as like to give somebody an example of what this flavor tastes like from like just audio of telling us explaining it. This is like if they made a if you took the juice by G Fuel, made that watermelon note way more, and then made it sour because it has that little bit of like the juice punchiness, but the watermelon is noticeable and it's a very good sour. Not like a sour demonade sour, but it's a lighter sour, but still noticeable.
I mean, I think it tastes very similar to green apple personally.
Kind of does, yeah.
It's like a
Kinda
sour
does.
green apple with a hint of watermelon. I think maybe that's why I like it a lot.
Really, I think you just ruined this for me.
Why?
Because you put it in a better perspective. To me now, this doesn't taste like watermelon. This tastes like a sour green apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not. I like you're not getting a hard watermelon note. I'm getting a hard like green apple, sour green apple note.
Dude, did they just... So hold on. We tried Granny Grenades.
I can see this being watermelon. I can understand the watermelon, but I think like you kind of put in a little bit of a different perspective.
My G Fuel sour green apple tubs, my sour green apple and the regular green apple tubs are staring at me. They're freaking staring at me right now. And I'm trying to go, I'm like,
When you really dissect it, it is a watermelon, but you definitely make a point that can be recognized as like a sour green apple.
Wow, man. I'm as far as rating, I'm having a hard time rating this.
Because you're not a watermelon guy. And I don't mind watermelon. I will say, surprisingly, I am more impressed with the Sour Bomb than I am the Azure Infusion. Azure I gave a 6.5. I'm giving this a 7.5. I'd highly recommend this if you're trying to look at Glytch.
This has a certain X factor for me, man. I'm actually having trouble rating this. I'm not sure if it's a 4 or a 5.
I almost had like a similar kind of like reaction to this I did with cotton candy. This was good. I like it. I'll finish this happily.
The cotton candy was a sweetness, and we never tried the formula before. We're just kind of like, I haven't, like...
It was good.
Like, this is more of like a hype. Like, I think I could pound this out at work. I feel like I could climb a mountain. I feel like I could put my shoes on and bust out a tray flip. Like, that right there is inspiring. That's true. You know what? Screw it. I'll give it a 5-star. Why not?
I didn't note it right now. Xbox clipped that July 11th, 2022. Relly gave a watermelon flavor a 5-star.
Well, how could I not with this? I mean, granted, I taste green apple, but still, it's technically a watermelon. What the hell?
Glitch, if you're listening, you got a 5-star from Relly on a watermelon of all things, and this man's not a fan of watermelon.
You know what are those memes where it says "change my mind"? It's like the guy like dumps his coffee, walks away, and says, "Okay,
change my mind.
See ya. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to write." Shit.
This is good. I dig it.
Oh yeah.
Sour watermelon punch. I definitely dig it more than the Azure. And you know the funny thing is, I was actually looking more forward to the Azure than I was this.
I was just going through flavors, man. I'm just like, let me find something right here. So I'm like, okay, wait for the Dragon Sweat, Predator, Falcon Smash. But then I'm like, you know what? And especially after the Azure Infusion, I'm like, you know, do we really want to go with a sour flavor after kind of, I don't want to say disappointment, but, you know, instead of I was expecting more of like a higher tier flavor than a 3-star. Or 6.5 in your case. I think we're maybe expecting close to around an 8.
Yeah. Like I think my Dragon Sweat's like delayed. I checked tracking. It was weird. It got stuck somewhere. So hopefully that's still on the way. Yeah. Yes. Right. Now we do have 2 more samples to still try next week or sometime in the future. Falcon Punch or Falcon Smash. I've heard highly of, and then Predator. No idea what this is, but I've heard highly of Falcon Smash.
Yes. Also, I can't believe I picked up a cucumber lime.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now, mind you, there's been times on the show where you've seen me with like a little case of it was cucumber. I think it was cucumber melon,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty nice. It was cucumber mint. Cucumber mint. Very smooth, I will say. But
And I will also say we did try Glytch tonight again, Azure Infusion and Sour Bomb. If you guys are wanting to check out or try samples of any of these flavors that we did try tonight, when you guys are checking out at Glytch, you can use code TheLastSaiyan at checkout to get yourself a bit of a discount, and you'll be helping our man with the samples out as well. It's a little bit of a kickback to him, and then you also get some new stuff to try.
I think I know why somebody could not like this.
Because it's cucumber?
No. Let's see. If I go over the ingredient list again. Now, keep in mind, this is a seltzer. When you think of an energy drink, what do you usually think of?
Carbonation.
Okay, carbonation. What else?
Caffeine, taurine, ginseng.
Keep going.
B vitamins, colorful if you were to pour it out in a glass.
Keep going.
Other antioxidants maybe.
Sweetness.
I mean, not everything's sweet.
Okay, but hear me out. When you pick up a Monster, you look at the sugar. You pick up a G Fuel. You see the artificial sweetener in there. This has nothing.
Weird.
And I think this might be a turnoff for some people. Because it's like if me and you were to go to a gas station and pick up a blueberry Red Bull, you taste that sweetness, you taste the blueberry, and we're jamming. This right here, this is mellow and it doesn't have the sweetness in it. There's nothing in here. There's no sweetener, there's no sugar, no add sugars, nothing. So I think for some people this could be a turnoff. But again, this is why Monster couldn't have a seltzer line, is because it wouldn't work for them. It doesn't work for their demographic.
I mean, you turned me off the second you said cucumber in an energy drink form. I may try the other ones, but I'm not trying cucumber. I'll try it. But I'll try it for the show, but I'm not going out of my way to try cucumber.
Tell you what, I haven't cracked this open yet, but you want me to try the black cherry for you?
Sure. I mean, black cherry would probably be one that I would try.
Again, we keep going with freaking hard seltzer flavors without the booze.
Yes, again, no alcohol. 125 milligrams caffeine. Vegan friendly, mind you. No gluten, mind you.
Mind you, about 100 years ago, I'm pretty sure I had family members that were in New Haven, Connecticut, making booze out of a bathtub. And here we are, 100 years later. There's probably my great-grandfather looking at me being like, "Kid, what the hell are you doing with those seltzer beers?"
You know, everything was fine in this world, and then those dang seltzers came around, and everything got turned upside down.
The world was fine until you start drinking them seltzer beers. Let's see. Cheers.
So much of a reaction.
This is like red ooze without the sugar.
See, I don't really get like a sugariness from red ooze, but I'm a huge red ooze
Well,
guy.
by that I meant sweetness.
Okay.
Again, there's no sweetener in here. Think of red ooze, but nothing sweet. It's basically like, hey, I taste black cherry, and
So it sounds like it's more of a flat sour or a flat black cherry.
well, like I said, when you have a seltzer, it's different. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of carbonated seltzer, right? Because it's like when I have myself a seltzer, I'm kicking back in the garage. I'm trying to write one of my books. By the way, it's very funny because after everything going on with my grandfather in bad health, a couple of the plugs joking around, guess what's going to be the name of the author on my next book going forward?
Relly caffeinated hashtag plugs are us.
It's going to be Relly Taurus. Yeah. I think Derpy kind of convinced me. He's like, do I put Relly Taurus on the box? And I'm like, it kind of like sat back in my head, and I'm just kind of thinking of it because, there's a lot of things that just happened with like, going off of Amazon and other stuff, marketing ability. But Relly Taurus is going to be the name of the next book.
Okay.
Just let everybody know, and thank you for all the people in here because there's been a lot of fans of the show, a lot of people I've met through here, and I was very shocked. And I am down to, sign a copy and pay for shipping to get back to them. This has been ever so unreal. But back to basis here. I like to have myself a seltzer when I'm just trying to mellow out. And this might be personal preference, but when I think of seltzer and energy at the same time, unless I take regular seltzer and mix it,
Make a new style for Loco.
no.
Which
I'm
we don't condone.
If you think I'm gonna be mixing booze and alcohol, I think I got a bridge to sell in Manhattan. But anyway, I was going to say take regular seltzer, like I used to buy in bulk at BJ's, and one bottle would give me 2 servings. So it would be like one day. Oh, high recommendation. Sour green apple. And what else did I do? I didn't do peach iced tea. I didn't do fruit punch. Oh, I did peach rings before I saw the cans around. Mad good.
So what would you rate the can?
This, based on what is, I'd probably say 4-star respectively.
Big boy, to get to your comment. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Let's go ahead, Relly. 4-star.
I mean, it's a certain category. So if you're going by just seltzer flavor right there, energy drink wise, I say a 3. Seltzer wise, a 4. Sign-in, yes, he did. He did make a post. I have spoken to him since. All love for that guy, and all love to all people that watch the show.
The winner of that was Gardner. He did make a post about it. I'll see if I can even find a picture of it real quick. But we did sign it. He did post about it. He did get it. I say if we want to throw it up on the if we want to throw it up on the screen, we can. I will ship you the images real quick.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay, I'll say I shipped them over to you. But he did get that. We did sign it. Yep.
I was actually wondering too because I've never actually signed Relly before until now, but it all worked out, man.
He does own technically the very first caffeinated podcast Juju 1-of-1 sign shaker.
That is a one of a kind, yes.
Because I shipped it out to him, and I also shipped out his cans that he ordered through me of Mega Man and Ninja. Now, speaking of cans, because apparently this has been a big can episode. Really, you tried a watermelon flavor, and you're not a big fan of watermelon, and you were a fan of it. You know something I'm not a big fan of that I recently tried that I was surprisingly not a fan of, but I was able to tolerate it and drink it and not think it was bad?
Coconut.
No. Everybody's been posting about it. I've seen it a ton recently, and I finally got my hands on it locally. But there's the Ghost Bubblelicious Strawberry Splash.
I hated it.
You hated it?
Yes.
See, I actually didn't mind it. I didn't think it was that bad. The bubblegum wasn't overpowering. The strawberry wasn't bad. I definitely gave it like a 6.5. I was able to finish it.
I gave it a 2. I gave it a 2-star.
But I actually pulled a Relly the other night. Because what's Relly known for on the podcast?
Water in the gravel?
Sinkers.
Drain cleaner?
The last ghost can that I had not tried yet that I also got was Ghost Citrus, and I was actually wanting to look forward to this one, but this was a sinker. I could not get through it. This was a fat 2 stars for can. The citrus just wasn't there. It didn't mellow. It was just weird. I'm a big citrus guy, you know that, and it did not hit.
So by citrus, when I think of citrus, right, it's very weird because the best example when somebody said citrus and you had no idea what the hell it was the Arctic Howl.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people were like, oh, it's going to be orange. Oh, it's going to be lemonade. We got grapefruit. Okay, so what the hell is this ghost citrus? Is it lemon? Is it orange? Is it grapefruit? What is this?
On like base citrus level, my mind always goes to like lemon or lemon lime. And that's what I think they were trying to go for here was a lemon lime, and it just did not work well. I drank a little bit of it, poured it out, immediately thought of Relly, and I thought for sure I was going to be pouring this bad boy out, and I actually liked this one more.
So just for the record, because I am a former maintenance man, if you are going to take any port of anything carbonated, pour it down desired drain, which does not mean toilet, that means sink.
Mm-hmm.
Let it sit for a little bit so it takes effect before running water down it.
Yep.
Otherwise, you kind of defeat the purpose. But anyways.
So, like, out of everything I've had for Ghost now for cans wise, like, I will admit, I think the 2 Sour Patch ones are good. The red one, the blue raspberry, and I think it's like cherry or raspberry. I think the Sour Warhead watermelon's good.
I agree with the Sour Patch watermelon that I think it was a little bit more punch than I wanted, but it was good.
But here's my weird thing, is I've had all the cans now, and I'm a big can drinker. Yep, I've had the mango, which is not bad. It just wasn't really impressive. Just kind of okay.
That's an abomination.
I don't know what it is, but these are the only cans that truly upset my stomach. I can't drink, like, even if I drink a full can or start to get into one, they always upset my stomach. I'm always away from the screen, spending time in other places, because of just how much they upset my stomach, and I don't know what it truly is in the can that's causing it.
So, have you read anything off of the back of that ingredient list and have just wondered why? And does the powder do any of this list for you? Because we found out that they're releasing a product that I'm a fan of, and I'm going, oh, heads on deck! Really demolish Pineapple Ho!
Like,
team to be boarded, Mr. Krabs.
The only thing I can maybe think of that has me questioning it, because 1, I haven't done my research into fully what it is, but 2, just by like the sounds of it doesn't sound great, is the Alpha GPC, which is Alpha Glycerol Phosphoryl Choline. Couldn't tell you what that is.
Anytime I think of choline, I think of something I see on forensic files.
And even this one, I have no idea what it truly is. Astrogen, Astragalus membranchius, and 50-1 Phoenix Noto Ginseng. I know what ginseng is, but I don't know what the hell a Phoenix Noto Ginseng is. Is Ghost
Alpha
just trying to
GPC?
be? Is Ghost just trying to be more than what they really are? Are they just trying to do like the whole we're gonna put big words on here to seem more appealing? And then my other favorite thing that we brought up with the North cans, Ghost does the same thing, which I find hilarious. Vegan friendly, gluten free, soy free. I sure hope so, because if I'm finding bread in here, then it's gonna be a problem. But like, it's my one thing with companies. Why do you even need to put that? That stuff should be obvious.
Well, also, right? One thing I will say too is when you think of Monster Red Bull, you don't think of somebody being like, "Oh, is it keto friendly?" When you think of Monster or Mountain Dew, you don't think keto. You think, what the hell is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. But like, I couldn't even tell you what the heck of those last 2 ingredients were in here. Like, there's 1,000 milligrams of Canapure carnitine. Couldn't tell you what that is. Never heard of carnitine.
For all the energy drink companies out there, it's July. It's baseball season, and you're going to get the Relly bat McGillicuddy if you're gonna screw up mango. For example, gamer subs, no good. The ghost can, from what you say, no good. I mean, when you screw up a mango flavor, advanced GG, very mediocre, essentially no good. Like how it's very funny because every time I taste the mango flavor, especially growing up, people just nail it. Like G Fuel's nailed every single mango flavor. And isn't Mango Explosion one of the quickest tubs you've ever went through, considering your can and powder rotation?
Oh yeah, I need more of that tub.
You finished that in like what? Within a month?
2 weeks, if anything.
Okay, 2 weeks you finished a whole tub.
Yeah, that's a good tub.
Because that's how good it was. But when you go to Advanced GG or Gamer Sups or any of those, it's an abomination in comparison. Now I'm not sure if we're just spoiled or whatever, but
so again, going over like ingredients with ghost cans, I will say I'm somebody that lives quite a healthy lifestyle, goes to the gym, takes plenty of pre-workout, kind of watches what I put into my body to an extent, and I couldn't tell you what the heck half these ingredients are. And like most stuff you see in a pre-workout or everything, I can explain to you what it is, what it does, why it's in there. What the heck are half these ingredients in ghost cans? Really, do you know what I'm gonna try to pronounce as best I can. Firdoxyl 5-phosphate is?
we're gonna have to Google that. We're gonna have to do some research off camera because I feel like it's one of those times where I don't watch The Big Bang Theory, but there was this clip. It was essentially the theorist versus the engineer. Have you ever seen that skit?
I don't think I have.
Well, what happens is if you take Sheldon, he's the theorist. He's the type of guy that would stay up for 3 days straight trying to see if something is possible. And then here's the guy who looks like he's stuck in 1970 based on his hair and how he dresses. He's the engineer. He points at it and says, "Hey, dude, it's freaking right there. Do it." 5 minutes comes up with a solution. Hey, it's right there. Now the work, well, that's another story. Also, see an alpha GPC. It says overview. This is webmd.com. It's a chemical made in the body, also made for laboratory use as a medicine. In some countries in Europe, it's a prescription medication. In the United States, only available as a dietary supplement. Used for Alzheimer's disease, stroke, dementia, caused by reduced blood flow to the brain, vascular dementia, memory and thinking skills, and other conditions, but there is no good scientific evidence to support these uses.
So, like, even looking at a G Fuel ingredients can, or what's on the ingredients of a G Fuel can, I feel like there's way more stuff that's just BS big words or shouldn't even need to be in there in a ghost can comparatively to a G Fuel can.
Well, I mean, outside the antioxidants complex, because that could be all day. And forgive me for this. This is my within a year drinking G Fuel.
It's okay. You learn. You grew.
I graduated from White Top Academy. I'm just saying that for the good people in this audience. Also, it's very fascinating. Never mind. I was gonna say, I like how the pineapple fruit powder is actually labeled in the other ingredient, but I wish they would use retract from using dyes. I will say.
And Ghost doesn't have anything about fruit in theirs. No fruit additives, extracts. The only extracts that they show is estrogen root extract.
That could be the equivalent to a splash of orange juice. We don't freaking know.
Yep.
Well, like I said, Teach, what are the one things we should look out for and that we can't stand?
Blend.
Or this also goes in the category of, blend goes into the giant category of the bigger picture. Gimmicks.
Now, I will say blend with an asterisk because it's proprietary blends you don't like. But if someone's going to say, like, hey, this is our blend and they're fully transparent, it's a little different because that's what Glytch does. Glytch with the Y, they're like, hey, this is our blend, but they're fully transparent. They're not having a proprietary blend. You don't know what's truly in it.
Correct. Absolutely correct. It's going to be interesting having these bad boys at work tomorrow. Especially since I'm in for a hard week. 10 to 4:30, and 4:30 easily turns into 5. But if we run low on material in my bay, I'll just order to stop the belt. We'll clean up and we'll go from there. We get out early. Even though I don't get paid for it, I've been running the ship. Me and whoever the hell decides to show up.
And then we did get some cool things from G Fuel recently to point out beyond the ender notes of the show.
Besides the slushy shaker that came out today? Because I thought that was going to be like exclusive thing.
The 7-Eleven slushy shaker was really cool for them to put out on the website that previously was only at 7-Eleven. And at like exclusive events. I think we went over the Honeyberry U2's collector box previously.
Vaguely.
We are going to have a restock of Crimson Tears. These actually didn't pop up, but we did get a restock of Strawberry Slushy today. The big one I was going for, which we brought up a lot in this show, and I think it's really cool, and it's a big nostalgia piece for me, is they're bringing back Lemon Lime G Fuel and a black tub with a retro-looking Gamma Lab shaker and a retro-looking collector box. And I'm kind of hyped for that.
So you have the original CB in that collection of yours back there?
They didn't have a CB back then.
They didn't back then?
No.
CBs?
Nope, CBs didn't exist back then.
Really?
Yeah.
So when was the first collector's box?
Don't quote me on this one, because I would have to research it, but I want to say the very first collector box I did was probably like Sour Blue Chug Rug? I have a feeling.
Can you give me a year?
No.
We talking like 2014, 15?
Oh, way later.
Okay, so G Fuel started and released 10 years ago. That's 2012. So you were talking the first 3, 4, 5 years they didn't have collector's boxes.
Nope.
Okay, that answers my question. All right. That's fascinating, actually. And also, let's see, if we go through here, just a side note to everybody. If you're looking for a mix of the week, I got to be trying this soon, but Hunter actually said it was good. A scoop of sour powder, aka Knuckles, and a scoop of Dr. Strange hydration.
I am a big fan of Orange Madness. That is a very good hydration.
I think to me it fits the bill, and I'm glad I ordered a couple tubs because to me this replaces my craving for orange Gatorade.
So a good note to end off on, because this is on pre-order now, along with the OG Lemon Lime box. And I know some people have mixed opinions on it. I understand why. But really, how do you feel about them having just a straight lemonade hydration? Because they don't have a straight lemonade hydration.
Yeah, funny. I think it's hysterical. I'm sorry. You got let's see, a radioactive quote-unquote lemonade.
But that was
slash. It's a lemon.
It's a citrus. It's a lemon and the other one's a bubblegum lemonade. I get it. I'm on like the 50-50 side. I think it's really good for them to have a straight lemonade hydration. I can understand where people are upset about it because it's nothing new or innovative.
I'm just saying, you have a strawberry lemonade, a shiny splash. It's sold out. Good for them. Then you have, there's just so much to go on and go off of. I understand it and I get it, but is it a must grab? The answer is no.
I also don't think it's a must grab, but that is the new Thor Love and Thunder collector box hydration that is on pre-order right now.
So let's see. Wednesday we have the pre-order coming for the honeyberry. That's going to be interesting.
That's this Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh,
Today's
heck.
the 11th. The pre-order is the 13th.
That's a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Well, I'm glad I'm here. Also, just a reminder for everybody who it could be in the market to uh, going through some stuff right now. Code price is working for 30% off. And if you're if you're a hardcore collector, just to let you know what the almost gones, the Sour Power, or AKA the Knuckles box.
Still need to get one.
Two of the radioactive lemonades.
Get them
That
out
is
of
the
here.
red and the black and gold. Please get them the hell out of here. They keep restocking them. They keep coming back like cockroaches. Fortune Blend. Get them out of there. Get them out of there like the first baseman.
I do want to know, though, if anybody buys any recent Fortune Blend collector boxes, do you get the extra additive necklace or not? Is it a true bonus for early pre-orders?
For early pre-orders?
Remember when Fortune Blend came out? If you were one of the first 2,000 people to pre-order it, you got the necklace. Got the exclusive necklace with it.
I haven't seen anybody open it up either. That's the interesting thing.
Okay.
Very interesting, to say the least. I'm kind of lost for words on that one. So
Probably
there's
trying to
also a
find mine.
couple. There's also a couple of things as far as a couple of almost gone items. Morbus, out of there, lady dude, please. Ballot juice almost gone, making me sad. Moving on to the next. We got Phase Freeze almost gone, respectively.
Also, while we are on the topic of almost gones, you're not going to find it on the website, and I was surprised. Actually, it's gone. It's already gone. Never mind.
What were you saying?
Blue Slushy got a restock on the app. Sold out.
Not surprising at all. Also, I want to show you this. You know how me and Sarah have messed with the sour powder with G Fuel flavors?
Mhm.
Some people have called us an abomination, but there is one flavor that really, really hit. And I wanted to show you this video if you haven't seen it already. Based upon my theory. Let's see. We got Douchey driving a car, aka Excusey. Okay. Let me screen share this. What do you call this?
I saw this. I don't know fully what it is. It's going to be some kind of Mortal Kombat collab. Don't know what it would be because they haven't had anything new come out. But I'm a big fan of, we're both big fans of Ice Shaker or Ice Shatter. So hopefully.
So question. Is this going to be a reskin of Ice Shatter?
Don't know.
Or here's another theory that somebody pointed out in the comments. Could we have a sour Ice Shaker? I'm sorry, Ice Shatter.
I kind of hope not, because I feel
I tried it and it's banging.
I hate to disrespect it, but I feel like sour Ice Shatter is basically sour Chug Rug.
No. Definitely not.
But I feel like it's going to be something new.
So does that mean that they're going to sell it in a trio just like they do with the Sonic flavors?
We don't know. We'll have to see. It could be a brand new one.
Because I will say, if you were to say that if Party Punch was a better flavor, I would have bought the trio. It's like, hey, peach rings, banger, sour power, banger. But then it's like Party Punch, deal breaker, not worth it. A Raiden flavor? Ooh,
I could see that. I could see Raiden lemonade or Raiden something.
Do we need another lemonade?
I'm always taking lemonades. Bring them on.
Damn it! No! It's already been too much of a thing. Although, I'm trying to think.
It's a good assumption, Boob Nash, with the lightning and everything. That's a good assumption.
But we already have a lightning lemonade. So
Could be something else.
that's the thing that bothers me. What's another lightning flavor? And we don't do we need another one that has the cooling effect of ice shatter? I think if you have them too similar, it's gonna. I'm trying to think.
Classified V2, Mortal Kombat, something blood. People have always called it Tiger's Blood. Mortal Kombat Blood.
So instead of tiger's blood, it's Raiden's blood.
Just a thought. I don't think it's honestly that, but it's a thought.
Speaking of, I have an objection to what was, I think, the worst mix I've ever seen. And you saw this. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Because I know it's here somewhere. I know it is here somewhere. Because I thought this was an absolute. Well, the only way to describe it, in my opinion, is directions to purgatory.
All right.
Isn't that a little harsh?
We'll end off on this note. What do you got?
Scrolling up to pull it up. I just don't want to like email it to my, I just don't want emailed and like download the email and such, So I'm scrolling up until I see it. It's taking a minute, but I thought this was the nastiest thing I've seen in a while. And it does involve a flavor we both hate, ironically.
Either of you try my Brain Drive X Mango Madness mix yet? I have not, because I don't own Brain Drive, but I also wasn't the biggest Brain Drive guy. Relly may like it.
Brain Drive and Mango Explosion. I'm not sure if I want to open mine.
What you got for us, Relly?
You saw this. So let's see what we have here. We got pina colada, watermelon, another watermelon, but it's a watermelon limeade, and then
great value, mind you, great value.
Listen, I understand that Walmart has a generic G Fuel powder. I know somebody that works for Walmart and actually said that the generic blue chug rug was good and better than the actual chug rug. I'm not surprised. And listen, I'm not hating on White Tops or the great value.
I'm hating on the White Tops. We're cultured here.
I understand. But if you look at this flavor, this is an abomination. Again, directions to purgatory. Pina colada, watermelon, lime, bubblegum. I'm sorry. If I wanted to regurgitate and clean out my whole colon, I think I would go with Everclear. God! What the hell did somebody do to deserve this?
I don't know, man. People are weird.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen. And I'm sorry if somebody knows the guy who did this, but oh my, I didn't want to say anything. I'm so sorry, but how does this work? How does pina colada, watermelon, bubblegum, and lime work?
I don't think it does.
Is that the worst mix you've ever seen?
Yep. No, that I've ever seen. Yes, but no, because the worst mix I've ever seen was a mix that I was made to drink as the redeemable, which was bubblegum and blood, sweat, and tears. That's the worst mix.
Within reason, I think blood, sweat, and tears is basically a meme flavor. at this point. It's like, hey, what's your bottom five? Uh, Tell you what, buddy, your miso ramen, chili dogs, and blood, sweat, and tears don't count. They're memes.
So technically, big boy, to answer your question, we'll leave off on that note. If you top off a black tub, does it make it better or the same effect? I'd have to look at the lemon lime collector box coming out, but the OG black tubs did not have any like wrap around the actual top of it. It was just black. So you had the normal label in its normal position. Technically looked clean, but it all kind of just was different back then. So I don't know if the new ones are going to have a top wrap or if they're going to keep it nostalgic and have no wrap at all on the top.
Culture. Also, by the way that looks, the OG tub that's coming in the box does not have a wrapping on the lid. So, technically speaking, an OG blacktop is fine. However, a newer tub of, for instance, black on blackberry is considered uncultured. And with that note, we'll end it on this. I'm Relly Demolish. We got Teach Plays. And thank you. We know we were late this week. Sorry again, my end, technical difficulties. But we'll be back at it again. We might be reviewing more of these. If there's any suggestions, we got more mixes coming up. We'll see. We're eventually going to have Jacob the Sample Guy Part 2. But again, this is all scheduling and time zones a factor as well because he's 2 hours behind us. He's a hardworking man in construction. And also, we got plenty to consume, review, rant, bitch, piss, and moan about, and praise. For instance, I'm trying to convince Teach to try Party Punch for the first time. But I'm just going to say Tetris Bomb is what Party Punch should have been, and they fucked up the program. And with that one, we'll leave you off at that. We'll see you next Monday, everybody. Stay happy, healthy, and well. And please keep enjoying your summer. We out here.